if you have some kind of gestalt where you have a game plan where if I could buy it here and I know my risk is there, then, even if I lose, and I've lost plenty of times, I can live with that. But one of the stocks that I'm actually looking at to buy into this weakness is Twilio. So sometimes, using these things of weakness. So when the market's weak, and I'm looking for something to buy. So to me, Twilio kind of got smashed on earnings a couple of weeks ago. You can see kind of hit an air pocket right here after earnings, dropped about $50, but could be setting up for a bear trap here, where you kind of got under these lows, and anybody who chased that is now kind of maybe trapped. And yesterday you had an outside key reversal. We made a new low, close on the high, and you took out both the high and low of the previous day. So I kind of call that an outside key reversal. So to my mind, if this thing opens lower, I'm thinking that that's my risk. So the lower it opens, the closer it is to my risk point. So I get to check this out, risk very little, and who knows? You could get one of these. This is still on balance weaker, but I'm looking at this as a bear trap. I'm looking at yesterday's reversal. So again, to me, it's very clear. The risk is there. So the closer it kind of, the lower it opens, the closer it is to that risk, the smaller my risk is, for perhaps so I'm kind of thinking about just taking a stab at that. Where's Twilio? And it's not opening too much lower. It closed at 293, and it's, on the offer 293. So it's not like a bargain, even though the market's going to open much lower. Twilio is kind of hanging in there. So I might just try and take a stab at putting a limit in there, seeing if the market will just fall and just pick me up on the opening. So let's see, it closed at 293. So, if I could put it 291, 291 and a half or something like that. Where's this thing on the offer? 291.70. Yeah, I think I'm going to just stick a bid in there, 291 and a half. And what was yesterday's low? Yesterday's low was 281. So it's about a $10 risk. And, I have a feeling that you could hang out here and not get too hurt and see if this is going to work out. So sometimes, these moments of weakness are opportunities. So the weak stocks like Beyond Meat are likely to keep going lower, but, this could be a time to buy these Dow calls or buy into, weakness.
Going back to Twilio, so how would the more conservative person plan kind of getting into it? And then would we be looking to get out if it breaks through the air or anything, or how would we look to manage it?
So, to me, when I look at these reversals, I call them insurance day bars. I kind of coined that phrase. It's mine. So if anybody steals it, it's mine. And the reason why I call this an insurance day bar is that, to me, it kind of, now this is a bit of a counter trend because the trend has been kind of down. This is still really a downtrend. So it's a bit of a counter trend play. It's a bit of a, speculative thing. But to me, when I see these reversals, now, not all reversals are created equal. I'm kind of speculating that this is a trap and, it may go the other way. And so I'm just looking for a way to play it. But, look, if you have some kind of gestalt where you have a game plan where if I could buy it here and I know my risk is there, then, even if I lose, and I've lost plenty of times, I can live with that. I kind of understand the risk. And to me, when something, goes lower and it's closed on the high, it has to kind of, go through that high. It doesn't, markets just don't open here and then, just go straight through all of this stuff like that. So I think my risk is extremely low just to test it out. Now, I might not be right. I buy it somewhere in here and I might get out today somewhere around here, $1 or $2 within this thing. And so, I may not make a lot, but I think I can hang out here, check it out and see what the market coughs up. But I think at some point it's going to go through unchanged. Now, it could go through unchanged and then reverse again. And it could do a million things. But I think that if I can get in here, I'm at a point where I'm not going to get too hurt. I may not make a ton of money, but at least I can hang out and see. And then, guess what? If this is a bear trap, this may just levitate out of here pretty quickly. So it's maybe not the best thing since sliced bread, but to me, these reversals, they kind of tell me how to kind of join in a trade and then where my risk is. And to me, that's the holy grail. Trading is inherently, uncertain. But if we can create some kind of structure where we can build some kind of risk dynamic, where we understand where to get in, what the risk is, and so you can see Tesla's now up on the day.
So you can see, 45, it's 1.3 million.
$1.3 million short.
So popped out a profit for 118,000 there.
So you can see how it's going crazy now. You can see how the market just going nuts.
I bet like $1.6 million on this position. I'm showing right now $23,000 gain.